You need to remember anything to exist. So whatever we remember, at least it's not a aid to our existence. So if all the stories from the past are not helping us to exist in this moment, what purpose do they serve? And you might say that all that will help me take care of some future moment. This is the game we keep playing. What does it help us do? Without any story, what are you right now? Isn't it funny that we come to meet to Satsang to meet that which is always here, to get rid of that which is never here? Ego, this sense of I am something, the sense that I am separate. Without a story, where does it go? The experience of this world continues to be experienced. Our perception is still on. Life is still being lived. Did you stop breathing without a story? Did your heart start beating? Stop beating? Eyes stop functioning? Ears are still hearing? What happened when we dropped the story? Everything that we need is already here in the moment right now. And what do we really need? Is the experience of this world a need that we have? Is it a need or a play? That which needs to go into the past, and that which has an idea of what the future should be like, that is not needed in Satsang. You are new to Satsang. So one golden rule is that our primary intent, if there is such a thing, our primary intent is to find the truth which is unchanging. Because if there is truth that is changing, that doesn't have much value. We had many such truths and we held on to them, and then we had to let go of them because life squeezed them out of us. So what is the truth which is unchanging? And if it is unchanging, where must it be? It must be here now. So then we don't need to refer to the past, or we don't need to project into the future. When we are looking for the truth or the self, presumably we are here for self-realization, self-recognition. It's just that our habit has become to look for things which seem to be outside. Then we look for the self also as if it will come as if it is an experience. So you might not say it so openly, you've been in satsang long enough. But if you usually ask people what is self-realization or liberation or freedom, this should happen. I must always be happy. There should be miracles happening around me. There should be a halo around my head. Now, where is all this? Outside, in the realm of experiences. It might be a bit confusing. So, if you look at what we mean also by self-realization or recognition, we associate it with some effect. See, what is the effect of self-realization? If I'm realized, then I must be like this. If I'm enlightened, then I must be like that. So, for a while, even forget about the concept of enlightenment, because that will just be an effect if there is an effect to happen. But what is the first part? Self. Not the effect, which is enlightenment or liberation. What is the first part, which is the self? Where must we go to find this? In which direction should we turn to find the self? You can say which direction. What turn will you take to go towards the self?
Well, if I will
four options. North, south, east, west.
No, I will look at I.
I will look at I. How?
By recognizing, at least having seen some, because it's the self means like myself is only, I'm looking for my truth. I'm not looking for the truth of these glasses. So if it's my truth, then I must look at me. I've been trying to find happiness somewhere, but if I'm just looking for the self, I'm not looking for any happiness, then I have to look at the self.
Good. I get the meaning of what you're saying, but let's drill down even deeper. Why are you not looking for the body?
Because it's already apparent to me already visually.
Because it seems like the body already is here. Nobody is running around looking for the body. There might be some. We'll talk about that separately. Nobody is running around looking for their body.
We may be looking for our subtler bodies as we learn.
So we'll come to that. I knew it's an attractive topic. But usually in our experience, we find nobody saying, if you talk to someone and say, what are you doing? They say, I'm looking for my body. What is this? How come we don't have the same reaction? And so many thousands or millions of people are looking for the self. She had the answer, she had the clue to that. But let's really question it. All of us are supposed to be spiritual seekers, therefore looking for the self, the realization of the self. The word self means what? It is what I am. It is myself. Now, body we are not looking for. Body we say is already here. But self is where? It's very important, this point.
But you gave us the clue by removing realization now.
Yeah.
And then immediately you can see that I'm already the self. Because if we feel that just being the self is incomplete, then I need some realization, right?
Yes, so just let's really drill down on this point. So we see that if the truth is true, if reality is real, if God is real, if the self is real, then it must be here now. So then when we look at what is here now, it seems apparent that the body is here. Why? It seems apparent because it is also an object of our senses. So at least you can look at the contours of the body and say, okay, there is something substantial that I can hold on to. Now, if I start asking, so what witnesses even this? And if you don't go to a learned concept about it, if you don't go to an imagination about it is that who is the Sakshi, the witness of this? So then we can include this body and every other phenomenal experience and say, who is the witness of these? And it's a simpler question. If you try to apply our mind to it, then it seems like it's very complex. I have to pull out the right concept, and I don't have it. But right now, what witnesses everything? Is it you or somebody else? So, what can we say about this one? That which witnesses everything. What do we say about that one? And again, the mind will come with answers, the mind will come with imagination. But stay with your present experience. Stay with your insight as it is. If I tell you that you are not witnessing anything, does it make sense? If I tell you that it is the next one in the hangout, in the Zoom, or your neighbor sitting next to you who's actually witnessing everything, does it make sense? You cannot relate to that experience. You can only relate to your own witnessing. That I am witnessing this world. This I, which is witnessing the world, this one is primary. You see. So many stories we tell about our body. I was born here, here is where I live, these were my parents, you see, this is what I learned, this is where my school was, I learned to walk at this age, this body has this affliction and that affliction, these are the things that it went through. So much we talk about the body, but the I, which witnesses all of this, have we spoken about that? What can we say?
Just realized that, like when you, that this I can't be seen like the body can be seen. This witnessing I can only I can't see it, but I can only know that I am.
Yes.
I can't have an objective.
Yes. So it cannot be seen in a physical way. Huh? So how can we say that it exists? Because we have learned that for something to exist, it must be perceivable. Otherwise, it's a myth. My son, they have this concept. You know, one of them is bragging about something. They'll say photo or it didn't happen. Post a photo of it or you're just making it up. So this is how we've learned that we have phenomenal or perceptual evidence of something, then we can say it is true. If it is not there, it seems like it is not true. Now, when it comes to the witnessing, we are in trouble. Or at least the mind is in trouble. Because it is undeniable also that I am the witness of everything. But I cannot find the shape of it. I cannot find the color of it. Then how do we know? What kind of knowing is this? It knows that I am the witness of all these appearances. I keep going back to what Ashtavakra said. He said, you are the one witness of all there is. He was talking about you. In your experience, it is true. You have witnessed everything. But which you is this one? In many of the Upanishads, it says, remain the witness. Remain as the witness. My question is, can I not remain as a witness? Can I turn this witness off? Therefore, the pointing only means that don't pretend to be something that you are not. Whatever happens, if you are not there to witness it, does it have any meaning? You at least have to witness a concept of it. This witness is your discovery of that which is the unchanging self. For now, we'll keep it simple like this. We'll keep it simple like this because if you quickly start to look at whether this is the perceiver and whether awareness is perceiving even this, then it might get a bit confusing. Let's first even just look at this. What is it that witnesses our thoughts? What is it that witnesses the space between our thoughts? You know what I mean when I say space between the thoughts? Like a thought comes. Oh, this is making sense. Usually in first satsang is this is making no sense. So that is the thought. Then the next thought comes after some time. But it's okay or something. Now between the first one and the second one, it seemed like there's a gap, even if it seemed like it is slight. So this one that witnesses this gap, like you can experiment for yourself and see. The thought will come, and you will find that usually when you start inviting thoughts, they seem to be not so rampant. Before you invited them to come in, it can be, it's too abstract, it's too difficult, I'm not getting it. It's all these thoughts of, then when you start inviting them, not so many. Thought. So that which watches these thoughts changing, which one is that one? Is that itself changing? The changing of the thought, the changing of the imagination or memory, whatever might be perceived, is that which witnesses it also changing? And which one is you? Don't go all Advaita on me, I know both are you. Which one is more intimately you? The thought which comes and goes, or you that remain to see that that thought came. If I ask you, okay, bring some focus to your next thought and tell me what it was. So the thought would have come and gone, but you remain. So the thought is changing. You remain as the unchanging. Same way, emotions are constantly changing, but you remain unchanging. Everything else, the world is obviously constantly changing. This room has never been exactly like this before. Even this online arrangement has never been exactly like this before. It's constantly changing. This body is constantly changing, shedding cells all the time, new cells being created, millions of processes happening in the body, constantly changing. Now, all of this play at all these different levels is a constantly changing play. When you come to satsang, you're basically saying, I want to know what is the unchanging. What is it that I truly am? Because I see that everything around me is changing. All my relationships are also always changing. Nothing stable I find in this world. I want to look for that which remains unchanging. What in your experience doesn't change? What doesn't change? Speak from your experience and preferably speak from your experience of right now. I know the question can sound contradictory. What is I'm changing right now? You know what I mean? What do you find right now, which is always this way?
Just witnessing.
Who does this witnessing belong to?
That's what I wanted to check with you. So, when we began and you asked the question simply, who sees this? I was with great confidence saying, I am. Right? And I recognize that I am can be seen. I'm witnessing, but I can't be seen. And then when we're just keeping silent, this I am, which seemed extremely intimate and me, just seems to be, I don't know, it's just something's happening with it. But the witnessing is not stopping. The witnessing is not giving any meaning to anything which it absorbs.
So what is it that we are finding? We're finding that we were looking for the self, Atma, whatever you call it, the self, as if we will find it as an object. You're hoping to find it like the body. You're hoping to find it like a visual experience of some sort, maybe some chakra or some portrayal of God. All those can be there, but what witnesses even that? Is that which is appearing, dancing in front, that more intimately I, or that which witnesses even that. There is no more of a troublesome concept to the mind than this one. Because it can smell in these words the pointing that you are not an object. And the mind's focus has constantly been to convince ourselves that we are an object. If you were not a thing, is it okay with you? Mostly for those who've been in Satsang. If you're not something, are you okay with that?
It seems that there are still the need or the idea that it is important to be sensitive for others.
Yes.
This was coming to die and now it's Satsang.
But even this meaning something for others is meaningful for me. If I did not find meaning in being meaningful for others, then it would be a worthless concept. So, what do we find here? Is that we have given meaning to the idea of a person or an identity or the ego. But when we start to look, we find that there is no such thing here. There is nothing really called the person. There is a body here. There are thoughts. There are other sensations. All kinds of phenomena. No real entity called the person. Then what you're finding about yourself is that you are empty of attributes and qualities, color, shape and size, name and form. In India, that which has name and form is called an object of Maya. So what doesn't have name and form? You don't, in reality, yourself. Otherwise, nobody says, okay, but everything is Maya, including yourself. Your Atma is also Maya. Nobody says that. See why? So if everything that has name and form is Maya, then that which is beyond name and form. You see? So are we going to allow it to just remain as a concept? Oh, Maya is name and form. My soul, many people have the concept of the soul, is beyond name and form. So are we going to just allow that to remain a concept? Or are we going to have an insight about it? Are we going to be able to find this soul or Atma? My invitation is yes. I'm just pointing out that there will be some frustration along the way because as you're looking for the witness, you don't find something that you can hold on to. You don't see an image of it. You don't see a color of it. And yet you know that you are the witnesses. Now that which is frustrating to the mind will actually become your joy. Because if you see that you have no phenomenal attributes, then you really cannot be hurt in this world. Then you have no need for anything. There's nothing to be feverish about and nothing to run away from. You find the truth of yourself as this consciousness, this effortless existence, in which all things are moving, but it itself is not moving. All things are changing, but it itself is not changing. That stability that we are looking for, that contentment that we are looking for, will not come from an unstable world. We've seen ourselves, everybody says, the world is unstable, this body is unstable. We looked at all these layers, and yet, where is everyone looking at stability from? That which is always changing. So what is unchanging? What witnesses the change is that unchanging. Just empty words don't mean anything here. Because even the best sounding words can become part of our stories.